I'm Alina Reiselman, and I would like to take you through this amazing city of lights, one of the most romantic cities in the world.
Paris, the city of lights, love and lust. An elegant and demanding host, Paris has been captivating artists and admirers of beauty for centuries. With a wealth of iconic attractions, no visitor is ever short of things to do in Paris. If you're planning to visit this romantic hub and want to make the most of your trip, then my selection of the top places to visit in Paris could be just the thing for you. Champs-Élysées is literally named after heaven. Widely known as the most beautiful avenue in the world, Champs-Élysées has long been a mark of pride for the French. The number of famous buildings and monuments in here is amazing. It almost seems like the city is showing off, asking you if there is any other place in the world this grand, this historic, and this beautiful. In the angle of the two palaces stands the magnificent Alexander III Bridge. The construction of this bridge started in 1896 due to traffic jams. As a symbol of the French-Russian alliance, the first stone was laid down by the Tsar Nicholas II of Russia. You cannot miss going to the Eiffel Tower if you're visiting Paris. The Eiffel Tower is the single most famous site in Paris. You also cannot miss viewing it no matter where you go in Paris because it is visible from most parts of the city. The Eiffel Tower is a marvelous feat of engineering. It is now considered a part of history of Paris. However, the funny thing is that in the beginning it was not that way. People were actually opposed to its construction and thought it would destroy the view. If only these people know how valued the tower itself would become in the future. The Muséum d'Orsay is the third most visited museum in Paris and the 10th one globally. In a city filled with all historic museums, the Muséum d'Orsay is unique for it was established in 1986. Don't be fooled by the date of inauguration, as the museum houses some of the most famous paintings by some of the most respected artists in the world.
And this is Notre Dame de Paris, one of the most visited sites in Paris. Let's take a walk around it.
Standing at the very heart of the city, Notre Dame is an iconic cathedral and a staple entry on any list of what to see in Paris. With its luminous ceilings and magnificent stained glass windows, it is a wonderful place to visit. Its fame and location leave it slightly over-glorified, but it's genuinely impressive all the same. It doesn't take long to see Place de la Concorde. Indeed, it's just a quick stop along the route along Paris's famous places. And yet, in terms of history, it's hard to find a spot in the city which witnessed such momentous moments. For it was here that King Louis XVI was executed in 1793, an act that sent shockwaves across the world. Saint-Germain-des-Prés, situated on the left bank, originates from extension of a village that was formed around the church of Saint-Germain-des-Prés. It is the most ancient of major churches in Paris.
And here we're in Louvre. It's one of the greatest museums in the world. Make sure to come here in advance and get your tickets, otherwise you're gonna spend time in line. And by the way, if you're not Jay-Z and Beyonce, they're not gonna give you a private tour and close down the museum for you. It's always full of people.
The Louvre is one of the most famous museums in the world, and it houses one of the most famous pieces of art, Mona Lisa. Established in 1792, it is now the most visited museum in the world. With a history that directly involved Napoleon, you are sure to capture the essence of the history of Paris in the Louvre. One thing which not a lot of people know is that Mona Lisa is not the best painting in the museum. A lot of people go to the museum just to see the painting. There is generally always a crowd around it of people trying to get a picture with Mona Lisa. Yeah, this painting may be famous, but the Louvre is home to some of the most breathtaking art in the world. Right opposite to the Mona Lisa is the Wedding Feast at Cana. The painting is over 10 meters and it is a true work of inspiring art. On the tip of the hillock, the Sacré-Cœur de Montmartre is pilgrimage church of Roman Byzantine style, a unique landmark in Paris. The basilica has an impressive nave, 100 meters length on 50 meters wide, and offers the possibility of gathering masses of pilgrims. Make sure you visit Opéra National de Paris, one of the best things that you can do in Paris. A true masterpiece of theatre architecture of the 19th century, the Palais Garnier, built by Charles Garnier and inaugurated in 1875, is the 13th opera house in Paris since the creation of this institution by Louis XIV.
So we just went shopping in Paris. In case you want ultra luxury, iconic French brands like Chaumet, Dior, or Piaget, make sure you stop in Place Vendôme. You can also get a little cocktail at Ritz. This is the legendary hotel of Paris.
Place Vendôme is the square of luxury. In the continuation of the prestigious Rue de la Paix, this square houses the most famous French jewelers, Cartier, Boucheron, Chaumet, Chopard, as well as one of Paris's most beautiful palaces, the Ritz Hotel. With so much to see and to do in Paris, it's hard to narrow it down to the essentials, while still having an experience that's a good balance of everything the city has to offer. Make sure you try a 3-course dinner in one of the Michelin star restaurants. Enjoy a glass of wine in a small cafe by a river. Take a boat tour or a long walk through Tuileries Gardens. The Tuileries Gardens get their name from the tile factories which previously stood on the site where Queen Catherine de' Medici built the Palais des Tuileries in 1564. I love walking through these gardens. Many artists often display their work, and you can also enjoy people watching.
If you want to splurge in Paris, make sure you stay in one of the luxurious hotels like Plaza Athénée, one of the best hotels in the world. And of course, do some shopping on Avenue Montaigne and make sure you have your lunch in L'Avenue.
Paris hotels are among the most expensive in the world. So if you're splurging on a romantic getaway, be ready to pay more than 500 euros a night. Stay at Four Seasons, Plaza Athénée or Bristol Hotel.
Right behind me is Rue Saint-Honoré, one of the most popular shopping streets in Paris. So let's talk about French brands and most popular French boutiques.
It's also a must to bring back home some iconic French brands such as Chanel or Dior. Stroll along Avenue Montaigne or Rue Saint-Honoré for ultimate shopping experience.
I hope you enjoyed this short documentary about Paris. I certainly love this amazing city. For more tips and advices, don't forget to go to my city guide, and I hope to see you soon on my YouTube channel. All of the best!